Halo, halo, dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, witam na kolejnym live'ie. Dzisiaj, jak widzicie, zagramy w gierkę, która jest prezentem od Notora, który po prostu kupił mi i wysłał tą gierkę, jak tylko ją zobaczył, bo stwierdził, to dla ciebie. To gra idealna dla ciebie. Mam ją uruchomioną, mam nadzieję, że teraz wszystko będzie działać, bo nie ustawiałam jej przed, za co przepraszam, ale... i pokażę wam coś. Do mojego życia wkroczyli kolejni mężczyźni, których kocham i w ogóle what the fuck. I powitajcie proszę Cezara i Liwona. Cezar? Leon? No i to sobie tak będą siedzieli w kącie na razie. Potem będę się zastanawiać w sumie, no bo tu to trochę się tłoczno robi, no to trzeba by było, no nie powiem, odświeżyć troszeczkę mój layout, overlay, ale to jest do ogarnięcia. Na razie będą sobie tutaj tak siedzieli. I teraz tak. Tu jest dźwięk aplikacji. Jest bardzo cichutko, więc w razie czego dajcie znać. I teraz tak. Najlepsza zabawa na świecie. Które źródło będzie działać? Jej! Aha. Aha. Haha. Haha, powiedziałam? Nie? Okej, dobra. To w takim razie ty... Aha! Aha, działa! Jest to visual novelka horror psychologiczny. Dużo więcej nie wiem, ma 14 000 słów, mam nadzieję. Jako że nie gram w visual novelki, nie mam pojęcia, jak długo nam to zajmie. Ja sobie jeszcze w międzyczasie wezmę zjem pomidorka. Musicie mi wybaczyć, troszeczkę jestem głodna. Będziemy mogli lecieć dalej. Coś jeszcze miałam wam powiedzieć wcześniej? Chyba nie. Zapraszam na Twittera /Xa. Na razie nie ma tutaj na ekranie niku, pod którym można mnie znaleźć, ale no tak jak mówię, powoli trzeba będzie przerobić ten overlay. Więc to jest wszystko do zmiany. Tam jest po prostu, jak chce mi się coś napisać, to piszę, więc tam są przeróżne rzeczy. Tam są pozytywne, negatywne, w ogóle to, co myśli na język przyniesie. Ja jeszcze chciałabym... Jak to się robiło? O. Dobra, standardowo baszta, no bo w sumie nie ma nikogo innego na Steamie, na streamie moim, kto się pojawia tak naprawdę tak często i tak bardzo ciśnie bekę z moich reakcji, więc niech to tam sobie jest. Nie wiem dokładnie, co to daje, ale jest. Tato! Zaraz zobaczymy w sumie. Wy nie słyszycie nic. Choć ja też nic nie słyszę. I'm hungry. To jest ogólnie o demonie. Tam jest miłość pomiędzy demonem a human. I'm so hungry. Hina's apartment. I grind my teeth as I listlessly stab my spoon into a bowl of yogurt, oats, and dried fruit. Another day, another meager human dish. My body so badly craves some real food. Aż musiałam ugryźć pomidorka. I take a bite when my eyes wander to the TV in my small room. Small apartment, what the fuck? A chuckle escapes my lips as I watch a man scream for his life on the screen. If this was a real murder scene, his fear would be overwhelming my senses. Sweet, vicious, and potent enough to send me headlong into an electrifying high. I feel shiver down my spine just imagining it. Oops, I'm already drooling. Not good. I wipe my face with a tissue and sigh. This must be how humans feel when they watch a food commercial. My craving for food intensifies again. Thankfully, it's time to head to work anyway. Hopefully, we get to transport some terrified patients in the ambulance today. I hum and playfully spin my key ring around my finger as I leave. It doesn't take long before we get a call. Just 20 minutes after my shift began, I'm already heading to the scene with two coworkers. The youngest of us three is driving while I write down the case info on a paper form. Japan is really the land of forms, isn't it? It would be great if they at least gave us a laptop or tablet to type all the info in. I focus on the case at hand and go over what I know. One called us because his girlfriend got hurt. Apparently she cut her own throat with a kitchen knife, but because he intervened, it isn't a deep cut. He's still worried and wants us to come, even more so because she also fell on her head during their fight. When asked why she cut herself, he mumbled something about her threatening him, but cut the call short when she started to yell. Strange. She threatened him? Why? What would make her so desperate? Maybe he tried to break up with her and she lost it. How did she fall on her head though? What if it was him who... Nah, no use in guessing what happened. I grin as I imagine the fear at least one of them must be feeling. I can't wait to meet them. Excuse me, where was the ambulance you called? Mr. Arima? Kosuke Arima? Oh my god, thank you for coming, please come in. He's quite restless. Fear is also there, but this is... With my demonic eyes, I see fear taking shape around him. In his case, it's about an average size. The vicious ink-like liquid is turning into multiple arms reaching outward, with a static noise-like pattern on them. Isn't this fear of abandonment? I suppress the urge to lick my lips. Ha! This guy is mainly worried about himself. I put on a natural expression and followed the man into the apartment. His girlfriend is sitting on the couch holding a towel to her neck. Oh, how wonderful. An intense fear has taken hold of her. It's like a cocoon enveloping her. It's slowly turning around her, moving like black glue and splitting into multiple arms that hug her form. She feels suffocated, with nowhere to run. I bite my tongue lest... I smile like a maniac at the sweet scent her fear is spreading. I subtly open my hand towards her and begin to suck the fear into my fingers. Oh my god. I subtly open my hand toward her and begin to suck the fear into my finger. It tingles as it wanders through my veins into my beating heart. Ah, how sweet. As soon as I have enough to fill my stomach, I stop. If I give in right now, I'd be on a high and unable to do my job. I noticed that Mr. Orima has stepped closer, bringing my senses back. She's still a... Jaki głos mu dajemy? She's... She's still a bit out of it. You mentioned she hit her head? Yeah, she fell when I tried to take the knife away. Can you confirm that, madam? She slowly nods, but her eyes remain unfocused. My coworkers open up the folding wheelchair. She can still move, so the wheelchair is a better option than the stretcher. Keep applying pressure on the wound, Miss Shiraishi. We will help you to the ambulance. Can I come with you? Yes. Miss Shiraishi grabs my hand. Is there something you want to say, madam? She slowly shakes her head. I guess I'll keep seeing you afraid then, my honeycomb. Blech. I check her wound to make sure it's clean and not too deep. Then we guide her into the wheelchair. Mr. Arima, could you please bring some of her belongings with you to the ambulance? Like her health insurance card? Yes, along with anything else that could be helpful. On the way to the ambulance, I kept asking her questions to gauge her current state, but her unfocused stare and slow answers make my coworkers worry. At least she was able to confirm her full name, Yukiko Shiraishi, as well as her date of birth. As you drive, I fill out the form with her personal info. Miss Shiraishi is still in a daze, so I filled in the rest with Mr. Arima's help. Then I start checking with nearby hospitals for any open beds. After several minutes, we finally get a positive answer and make our way there. Mr. Arima is fully focused on his girlfriend, whose eyes stare fixedly at the ceiling. She won't even let him hold her hand when he tries to gently clasp her. You two just make me even more curious about what happened. Their fears start to overlap slightly, pushing and merging and separating again. How did it come to this? How did they create this wonderful fear? The car slows down as we near the hospital. But I don't want to leave them and the tasty paradise they've created. What a shame. After a long day at work, I'm back home. For the rest of the day and even now, I still think about the couple. Damn, I want to eat their food again. It's been a long while since I've eaten something so delicious. There was so much fear that I could even feel my stomach for once. If I was around them more, especially the man, could I get to eat more often? I can't help but grin as I imagine feasting on the fear he causes. We transferred his girlfriend to the hospital without trouble. I imagine that she'll be staying there for now. Should I visit her? It could be a bit too suspicious. There are privacy laws to contend with, after all. But I don't mind taking a little risk for such fear. Maybe instead of visiting her directly, I could act like I'm visiting someone else, a made-up relative, and just happen to mistake her room for theirs. And if her boyfriend visits her while I'm there too, that would be just perfect. I serve in my apartment to distract myself from my temptations and cut aside of my e-guitar. I could get to practicing for the upcoming jazz festival. Do you like jazz? Or maybe there's a better distraction. Okay. Okej. Nie możemy na... Okay, laundry basket. I should do some laundry. actually into the washing machine with you. I find a note when I check the pockets. Isn't this from the guy I slept with once? Hope he's not still waiting. I thought I made it clear I wasn't looking for anything serious at the time. An old classic from... Oh my god! An old classic from the horror mangaka Junichiro Ito called Tomomi. I read his works from time to time. I wonder if there are still things that truly frighten him after drawing horror manga for so long. Chyba koty. On się chyba boi... Nie, on lubi właśnie koty. I chodzi dokładnie... No oczywiście tutaj musieli zmienić imię, nazwisko i nazwę dzieła, ale chodzi o Junji Ito i jego dzieło Tomi. Chciałam sobie przypomnieć, bo tutaj dali za dużo dodatkowych literek i się zawiesiłam. Ogólnie polecam Tomi. Ogólnie polecam Junji Ito, jeżeli chodzi o horror, ale nie anime. Żadne anime na podstawie jego dzieł, tylko mangi. Bo anime... 90% anime jest po prostu niezbyt dobre. Wiem, że na Netflixie chyba było, ale to też... Ja chyba zobaczyłam 3 odcinki tego i to jest... Nie, dziękuję. No i co? No i tutaj chyba w sumie nie ma nic innego do explore. Time to practice. As I play, I zone out, only focusing again whenever I notice a mistake I have to correct. I feel like feeling of drowning out the world as I focus on the music. Being on stage isn't a bad feeling either. I like looking down on people as they look up at me in adoration, and it's just the right distance. They can't ask for more than me playing well for them. Shallow relationships are easier to handle. I've had my fair share of mishaps, from misreading the mood in a social group, or because I was too caught up in someone's fear. Standing out as strange makes it hard to get close to those who are scared. Exactly the opposite of what I want. Who could it be? Oh. I want to see you. I miss you, my dear Hinata. I want to touch those talented hands. Play for me, Hinata. I know you're playing for me. God, what a disgusting pig. It must be the same lunatic from before. I've already blocked various numbers he's used and discussed the issue with my bandmates. He's using a lot of burner phones, so it's hard to locate him for the police. I started to get these messages right after one of our performances, and they mentioned my hands and guitar a lot, so I expect it's an unhinged fan. I hope someone takes care of this trash one day. Man, now I don't want to practice anymore. I put away the guitar, turned off my phone, and set a separate alarm clock to wake me up tomorrow. Hospital! Hospital! I really ended up here on my day off. I can hardly believe myself, but the fear tasted so good. I even went as far as posing as her friends to ask her for her room number at the hospital counter. Ah, fuck it, I'm here already, so let's try to meet them. As I get close to the room, I slow my pace. Now what should I say exactly once I'm in the room with her? Just when I try to think of how I can salvage my improvised plan, I hear a woman screaming. Just leave me alone! Then I hear a familiar voice replying. Babe, please hear me out at least. That's Kosuke Arima. He must be talking to Miss Shiraishi. I push the sliding door slightly ajar so I can listen to the conversation better. No, my mind hasn't changed. Let's break up. My eyes widen as they fall silent. So when we visited them, she didn't threaten him because he wanted to break up. Instead, perhaps he wouldn't accept her wish to break up. I beg you, please don't do this to me. I can hear him whimpering. I can't do this! Moment. I can't do this to you! What about you did to me? All these sweet presents of yours. Do you know how suffocating it is to be your partner? Get out, or I'll call the hospital staff. But, no but. You're insufferable. You always argue from your point of view, your own goddamn needs and insecurities, but you never consider how I feel. Do you even know how long it's been since I've met up with friends or family because of you? But I did so much for you. A nie, to był But I did so much for you. See, this is what I mean. You don't even get what you're doing. Gotta pity your future partner. Now go! Hehe. Czekajcie, zjem pomidorka. Dajcie mi sekundę. Bo nie chciałam wam mlackać, bo w sumie jak tak zaczęłam go jeść, to stwierdziłam, kurde, będę mlackała na całego. Ale jestem zbyt głodna. Ogólnie Zero Wake Gates jest nowy event. I na spokojnie, bo w sumie tyle, ile ja przeszłam z tego poprzedniego, to jest wszystko pozapisywane, więc wszystkie te historie ogarniemy. Mam też odblokowane kilka historii konkretnych postaci. Jest to po prostu sobie następnym razem weźmiemy i będziemy wszystko czytać. Tylko, że to musi być osobny live, no bo to będzie tego dosyć dużo. No. Bo tak samo ja jestem już skończyłam chapter 3. Więc tu się pojawia ten problem, że no w sumie trzeba dużo nadgonić, nie? Z wami. No. Zobaczymy, jak się... Jezus Maria. Zobaczymy, jak się przyjmie Fearbonding. Czy będzie fajna, nie fajna. Jak się będzie w to grało. I najwyżej jutro sobie to ogarniemy. Ogólnie dzisiaj miałam sprzątać. Ale no... ale pewnie dzisiaj poogarniam większość rzeczy, więc jutro będę miała czas, nie? Żeby zrobić dłuższego live'a. Nie wiem, ile dzisiejszy będzie trwał. To też się zobaczy. Podejrzewam, że wstępnie co najmniej godzinę. Czyli tak gramy 25 minut. A więc... No zobaczymy. Bo podejrzewam, że tak co najmniej 2 godziny będzie na Zero Wake Gates. Jak coś, to ja nie zbieram tych kart do losowania, tylko na bieżąco je zużywam, żeby też móc ulepszyć postacie na bieżąco. Więc no, musicie mi wybaczyć, że nie będzie losowania przy mnie. Przy was. Chyba, że uda mi się uzbierać po prostu. Ale wątpię. Ale jako, że jest weekend, to jest bardzo dobrze, bo jestem w stanie troszeczkę więcej wchodzić na to. A fajnie by było w końcu coś kupić z tego sklepu eventowego. Ogólnie wybaczcie, że taką lekką obsuwę z tym live'em, no bo przeważnie robimy o 14. ale ułożyłam sobie plan w konkretny sposób. Potem się okazało, że wszystko mi się musi opóźnić troszeczkę. No a wzięłam i farbowałam włosy, więc i farbowanie włosów, czekanie, aż ta farba się ogarnie, tą godzinę na tej głowie, potem wziąć prysznic, umyć tą głowę, dać tą odżywkę, spłukać tą odżywkę, no to wiecie, pierdzielenia z tym jest dosyć sporo. Więc no cały czas coś mnie trzymało, też wyszukanie obrazka z Roses and Champagne, który mogę jako PNG sobie tutaj wkleić, też mi trochę zajęło, bo nie miałam przygotowanego żadnego konkretnego. No. I love my Miss Korea! Ciekawe, czy są jakieś fangame'y z manwów. Jakiś. W ogóle jest mi tak przykro z powodu Jaekyunga? Chodzi mi o bohatera z Jinx, nie? Boże, on nie wiedział. I on naciskał i teraz jak naprawdę mu zależy, to on wdepnął w taką sytuację, że no ja bym sobie w łeb szczeliła. Ja mam nadzieję, że oni będą razem. Że to się ułoży i w końcu Kim Dan będzie mógł być szczęśliwy i spokojny. Mam tylko nadzieję, bo teraz się pierdzieli z przeszłością od Kim Dana, więc jeszcze czeka nas ten typo z przeszłości od JJK i podejrzewam, że babci też się coś stanie. Więc no nie za ciekawie. Bo jak wszystko się pierdzieli, to wszystko... Znaczy, jak coś się pierdzieli, to wszystko się pierdzieli. Więc to jest bez dwóch zdań na pewno, któraś z tych większych rzeczy się stanie. Tylko no mam nadzieję, że JJK będzie po prostu szczery w swoich uczuciach i po prostu prosto z mostu powie Danowi, co się dzieje. I jak tragicznie jest mu przykro. Bo on naprawdę zmienia się na lepsze. I to widać. Ja wiem, że teraz osoby, które mają chociaż trochę logicznego myślenia i są stabilne emocjonalnie, mają takie what the fuck, o czym ty mówisz? To jest najbardziej toksyczna manhwa, która jest tą bardziej z popularnych i what the fuck, ale no, dajcie mi pomarzyć, no. Dajcie kobiecie pomarzyć, no. Mr. Ace Farm jest na cholernym urlopie. A ja muszę wiedzieć teraz. Proszę mi teraz już w tej chwili powiedzieć, what the fuck tam się dzieje. I tak jak... byłam za Little A i Kendrickiem. Glenn wydawał mi się dziwny, ale takie tajemniczy doktorek, który jest w sumie w moim stylu. I właśnie jest troszeczkę wyjaśniona jego relacja z Quentinem. I ja mam takie ale nie wiemy praktycznie nic o nich, nie? I to jest najgorsze. I biedny Glenn. O. Ja jestem w ogóle ciekawa, kim dokładnie jest Glenn. Czy on jest lekarzem, naukowcem, tym i tym? Czy on się... Bo on się zajmował tą chorobą. To tak nazwijmy. I ja jestem po prostu ciekawa, czy on to jako lekarz, czy od strony bardziej naukowej. Nie wiem, będziemy musieli poczekać. Poza tym, gdzie jest Pewnie Fluffy go zaatakował i nie daje mu żyć, ale kurwa. W ogóle ripa... Aha, już wiem, co miałam jeszcze zrobić. Miałam zrobić rip bato, ale zapomniałam i dałam moje ukochane postacie z Roses and Champagne. Więc tak, rip bato. Może znalazłam stronę, na której będę mogła czytać. Na bato było tak fajnie, że po prostu ja wchodziłam na Adblock Browser na telefonie i nie miałam reklam w ogóle. No bo jakbyście weszli na... jak byliście kiedyś na stronie Bato, to tam jest pełno reklam. No i wiadomo, to jest najgorętsze mamuśki w twoim mieście i tak te sprawy. A tak to miałam od tego spokój na tym Adblock Browser. No tylko, że tu jest problem z tą stroną, na której ja teraz czytam. Gdyż ponieważ jak klikam, to co jakiś czas wchodzę normalnie w reklamę i otwiera mi się na przykład AliExpress. Próbuję wykombinować, jak to pominąć. Czy to jest, że panel reklamy jest w konkretnym miejscu na ekranie i wystarczy, że ja kliknę na środek, a nie na prawo. Ale to jest jeszcze do przetestowania. I w ogóle to nakręciłam się i chcę perfumy związane z postaciami z manhwy. Wiem, że perfumy wyszły z Low Titan Twilight, które kocham. Jinx, które kocham. Z Roses and Champagne, które kocham. Wiem, że jest więcej serii, ale w sumie jeżeli chodzi o te, które ja tak czytam i jestem najbardziej zainteresowana, to wiem, że one mają. Tylko, że te perfumy są w cholerę drogie. No ja też mam 1 milion perfumów, dlatego to będzie rzecz do kolekcjonowania w przyszłości. No, ale jak patrzę na ten merch, ja mam takie, ale ładne, ale bym chciała. I patrzę na cenę i patrzę w sumie, że wszystko, co ja bym chciała, jest wyprzedane. No to jest takie, cholera. Ale chciałabym kurtkę z Jinxu. Tylko, że to jest 600 za kurtkę. No. Dobra, wracamy do giery, bo zjadłam pomidora. Trzeba przestać gadać o manłach. I hear footsteps approaching and move away just before Mr. Arima leaves the room, closing the door behind him. He looks embarrassed, angry, and scared. I grab onto him before I can even register my actions. His fear of abandonment looks even more spiky than before. This doesn't taste bad. He turns around to regard me with surprise and puzzlement, but soon both give way to recognition. Oh, the paramedic from before. Could you let go? I really need to go. Wait! Come on, I can't just leave someone who went through such a brutal breakup alone. He grinds his teeth and looks away. So you heard everything. Aren't you here because of your job? Or I don't know, to visit someone? My visit is already over and I see you haven't slept well. Maybe you haven't even eaten much since we last met. I did not ask for your medical advice. Then think of it this way. Sometimes it's good to vent to a stranger, a neutral third party. Aren't you just going to get annoyed and leave in the end? He looks like a kicked puppy, but underneath that sweet expression he has such ability to terrify people. Man, do I want to tame him for myself. Nah, I'm a good listener, and the drinks are on me. He sighs. Maybe it's better to not be alone right now. He gives me a sad smile and nods. Now that I can take a good look at his face, he's actually pretty handsome. Even better, he follows me dutifully as we leave the hospital. What a great first step to acquiring my new hunting dog. We enter an izakaya restaurant and offers grilled yakitori chicken skewers and other foods that go well with alcohol. It's a bit rowdy, but to me it's a comfy place. Other regulars are here too, like university students and men in suits who come here right after legal classes. The staff greets us as we enter and the smoky smell from the grill fills our noses. A waiter leads us to a table in a corner, and we take our seats. As I open the menu, I notice Mr. Orima isn't even glancing at it. He's lost in a vague, broken stare. That must be why it was so easy to convince him to follow me. Dajcie mi sekundę. Pyk. I control. A nie. Settings. Czy teraz będziemy cokolwiek słyszeć? What do you want? Dobra, i teraz wam to troszeczkę ściszę, ale wiem, że cokolwiek jest. Tak powinno być okej. Just beer. Drinking on an empty stomach should make him tipsy fast. I hope he's a talkative drunk. I order a bowl of edamame for myself to snack on and beer for us both. As soon as it arrives, Mr. Urima grabs his glass. He downs a big gulp of his drink the moment we say cheers. He sighs in relief, looking a little refreshed. Ale w końcu wiem, że tu jest muzyka. That hit the spot. Right, nothing better than some beer after a hard day. After drinking some more, he finally seems ready to talk. By the way, is it okay if we speak casually with each other? It might make it easier for you to vent. I guess. Well, look at that. He's already a little tipsy. You can call me Hinata. It's okay if I call you Kosuke. Yeah. Kinda cute how he responds so eagerly and innocently. I chuckle and rest my chin on my hand. So, Koska. I'm all ears. He signs and pouts. Yukiko, she said that she felt suffocated by me. He rubs his eyes and groans. Doesn't this just mean that I'm dedicated? We dated after all. Isn't it normal to want to spend all your time together as a couple? Our jobs already take up so much time, so I nod along as I munch on the edamame. Oh boy, but she was terrified. Not that I'm complaining, of course. And being able to meet her family and friends because of me. And not being able... Was it really me? We all get busy with life as adults, so... Why do you think she blamed you? Maybe I did ask her a few times to prioritize us. And how often did you ask? Aren't you here to listen to my side? Right, go on then. And my urging, he lets it all out of his system. He didn't like it when others spent a lot of time with her. Mid-round, he suddenly mentions how much he hated the times she broke a promise. Then he slips into unfocused ramblings for a while. In short, he had made her the center of his life and wanted her to do the same for him. While it sounds rough to date him, from this conversation alone, I couldn't have imagined that his behavior would push his ex so far that she would hurt herself. But after seeing their respective fears, it's pretty clear that he's not divulging all the details of his actions. Was the social circle scared of him? How delicious would their fear be? If she had asked him to hurt someone for her, would she have done it? Why are you smiling while I'm in pain here? Are you starting to slur? And you had, what, 5 beers already? Oh. Damn, time to go home. No! Why not? Aren't you tired? I just don't want to be alone. His fear of abandonment is a rounder shape than before, maybe being drunk to make him less tense. But I still welcome his fear. I change seats to sit next to him. Look at me. I'm here with you, aren't I? Right. He looks deep into my eyes. When I inch closer to him, he gets embarrassed and looks away. I chuckle as I painfully rub my arm around his neck. Getting embarrassed now? How cute. Look, it's... you're kind of close. But you didn't want to be alone, right? He signs. I pat his back and stand up. I'll walk you home so you can have a bit more company, alright? He looks relieved and nods, following me to the counter where I pay our bill. Wait, I can pay for myself. Now don't worry, I told you drinks were on me. Making him feel indebted should make it easy to meet up again. As we leave the izakaya, his eyes scan me up and down. Why are you looking at me so intensely? It's just the first time someone kind of escorted to me, I guess? Wait, that came out wrong. I would mean this. Go on. He covers his flustered face with his hand. What I mean is, this was nice. You're welcome. I suppressed the urge to corner him. I want to erase Miss Shiraishi from his head, but I need to take it slow. I don't want him to run away. How long will I need to wait until I can take her place? Is a romantic relationship the way to tame him after all? What's the best way to get to your place from here? No, Relax, I'm just walking you to the station or a taxi if that's what you prefer. He pouts and tries to explain how he'll get home, but he's too drunk to make much sense. I still remember clearly where his apartment is, so I call a taxi and get in with him. When the taxi sets off, he leans on my shoulder and his eyelids start to close. How defenseless! I pat his head, to which he responds by nuzzling even deeper into my neck. I can hear him whimpering, "Don't leave me." I'm conflicted. I feel lost like humans, and I've had my fair share of relationships, but being loving and caring to a suffocating degree just feels wrong to me. But on the other hand, I now have this potential hunting dog who's so scared to be left alone that even his own fear is enticing, let alone the fear he causes in others. How ironic. To survive, I need to eat fear, but because of it, I regularly get into dangerous situations, just like this one. This huge dog had better be worth it. I pinch his cheek, which makes him groan and slowly push my hand away. After a while, we arrive in front of his apartment building. When I see him staggering to the entrance, I sigh and lend him a shoulder as we walk towards his apartment door. He gets his keys out after a few attempts, and once we're inside, I sit him down on his couch. When I turn to leave, he grabs my hand. Because I'd like to get home too. I still feel down. Can you hug me? Okay. Okay. I push my hair out of my face and reluctantly smile at him as I open my arms. He immediately hugs me and his nails slowly dig into my back. His sweet tone from before was gone, now it's deeper and threatening. Will you stay by my side? Will you be different from the others? I grind my teeth elbow his strong. I might even be a little scared, but I instinctively feel a rush whenever I notice fear. It takes a lot of willpower to suppress the urge to provoke him. Yeah, I will, on some conditions. Conditions? Don't worry about it for now. He hugs me even tighter. Please, can you let go for a moment? It hurts. But you're gonna leave too, right? How about we exchange numbers then? He lets go and looks at me with joy. Really? As if I would ever let you go, you crazy possessive dog. He immediately gives me his number, saves mine, and smiles at me as I say goodbye. I just hope he remembers all this. With a spring in my step, I leave the building and my phone vibrates almost immediately. My elation vanishes when I realize it's not from Koska. Who are you? I whip my hand around in search of them. Just where is this fucker? I quickly head to a well-lit street and call for a taxi as I walk, pretending to still be on the phone until it arrives. I wish I was physically stronger than a human, then at least I wouldn't have to worry about trash like him. I nibble on my fingernail in agitation until I'm finally back home. Once I'm there, I immediately grab my e-guitar and use to distract myself. Pranie byś zrobił! Good, this is better. I feel calmer. Let's just sleep for today while that lasts. It's been a few days since we exchanged numbers. He always responds to my messages, but anytime I try to make the conversation a little flirtier, he sidesteps or ignores it. Ugh, this is annoying. The breakup might have made him cautious about anything related to romance. Approaching him directly isn't working. Time to take another little risk. I still remember Miss Shiraishi's address, so I've decided to accidentally bump into her on my day off. She should be out of the hospital right now. Oh, shit. She was able to clearly articulate her words when she broke up with Casca. So her fall on the head shouldn't have left any long-term damage. I walk around the area for a few hours. I don't see her in a small supermarket nearby, nor waiting at a bus station. I hope she's not gone on vacation or something. After a while, my feet need a rest, so I look up for a place to sit down. When I find a bench, I realize that there's already a woman sitting there, lost in a fit of weak, trembling sobs. My luck must be impeccable. Are you alright? I offer the woman, who turns out to be Miss Shiraishi, a pack of dishes. She first holds up her hand to decline my offer, but when she sees that I won't back down, she takes it and bows a little to thank me. After a few moments, she takes a deep breath. Looks like she's calmed down a bit. Do you remember me? I'm one of the paramedics who took you to the hospital. She studies my face with furrowed eyebrows, then lights up with recognition. Oh, right, I'm so sorry. I don't think you mentioned your name. Hinata Kusumoto. If you don't want to, you don't have to answer, but why are you crying? Her gaze wanders to the ground as she clutches her arm, clearly uncomfortable. I know a nearby cafe there where they serve good hot chocolate. That always cheers me up. How about we drink there, and if you want to, you can talk. Otherwise, you just enjoy the hot chocolate. But you know what state I found you in before, and today I find you crying. I'm just worried, Miss Shiraishi. I want to help. Atak ziewania. Venting to a stranger can be quite relieving. And after you have your drink, I will leave you alone. No, that would be too... I guess that would be too much. Then just wait here for a second, Miss Shiraishi. Before I hear her answer, I look for a nearby vending machine and get a hot coffee can. I hope you can at least accept this. Oh, and... I take out my business card and give it to her. You know, the state we found you in was quite something. I am a little worried if everything is alright between you and your partner. If you ever need more information for a difficult domestic situation like yours, call me and I can find you the right specialists to help you out. Was it that obvious? I think I've pushed the right buttons. I just see a lot of the job, Miss Shiraishi. It's all up to you if you want to accept. Alright, I guess going to a cafe is fine. There we go. I bring her to the cafe. When we order and sit down with our piping hot drinks, the steam rises as Miss Shiraishi warms her hands on the mug. I wait for her to talk. Today I just couldn't stay home. Too many memories with him there. But when I was outside and took in the fresh air, I just broke down. And then you found me. She takes a sip, quivering slightly as she frowns with closed eyes. The day you met us, we had enough. It was a late wake-up call, but at least I realized it, I guess. He can be sweet and caring, but he's also a very jealous man, to the point that it becomes hard to keep friends. And when you rely too much on one person, they can do a lot to you. I take in a small piece of her fear to snack on while I listen to her. The fear isn't as intense as as on the day of a murder. I take in small pieces of her fear to snack on while I listen to her. The fear isn't as intense as on the day of the emergency call, but still delicious. Zaraz zacznę jak w podstawówce na sylaby. I try to think of how I can lead the conversation towards Kosuke's triggers while still appearing caring. When do you think he started to change? Was there an event that set him off? He scratches her mug and so as she sorts through her memories. I think it started with small things. One time he was angry I asked someone else for advice instead of him, but he was sick at the time. I just wanted him to rest. Even when I told him that, he continued to be angry and less responsive for 3 days. Maybe he felt threatened when he realized she didn't need him as much as he thought. It would make sense for someone with such an intense fear of abandonment as him. And then it felt like I had to ask for permission for everything, even when I wanted to go on a day trip with friends. A day trip with female friends of all things. I just felt stupid. I had to walk on...
Golfan, bo ja cię zanihiluję zaraz.
I had to walk on eggshells all the time. At first I just wanted it to be peaceful between us. Only when my friends asked me how I've been the last 2 months... Cholera jasna! That I realized there was something wrong. In the past I met them regularly for coffee or called them if I didn't have time, but I hadn't done that for a while and then it just escalated. I lowered my voice. To the point of hurting yourself? She bites her lip and nods. I try to maintain a worried expression, but it's a little difficult when I feel so elated from eating her fear. How is it now between you two? I actually broke up with him. I only had the courage while I was in the hospital. I always had my finger on the call button for the nurse, just in case. That's amazing, Miss Shiraishi. How did he take it? I was surprised he didn't message me as much. He just sent me a few messages to say that I should send someone over to get my things. It feels like he's busy with something else, or his pride is hurt. I don't know. I fully expected he would give me hell. Maybe I'm distracting him from thinking about her. Good sign for me. Have you told your friends about this? It's hard. While I was going out with some of them some of them said that he felt off. Others said he was very nice. I just can't bring myself to tell them the full extent of how he hurt me. How he hurt me. Nie chciałam, żeby to tak zabrzmiało, ale samo wyszło. I think we had a short training course on the job about domestic violence. What did they say we should do? Don't beat yourself up. This isn't your fault. Her face crumples into tears. She silently cries as she takes the tissues I offer, her body shaking from her sobs. I think with that I've earned her trust. I wonder how he felt for her, but it doesn't look like I can ask her about that. But now at least I understand that he's jealous, possessive, and dislikes anything that could imply that he is replaceable. I can work with that info. I wait for her to calm down and entertain her with a little small talk as we finish our drinks and say goodbye. Back at home, I mull over the things Miss Shiraishi said. While it's useful info with Kosuke ignoring my flirtation attempts, this could take a while. This is so annoying. I miss you. Why do you find it to be mad? Stop. I groan and almost throw my phone at the wall. I need to go outside and freshen up. I stare at the people walking by, sporting neutral try it, tired or happy faces, as they walk with friends or family. I grind my teeth at them all until I spot a little boy staring at a big dog waiting patiently before him. The boy's parents try to encourage their son to pet it, but I can see his fear, teeth and vicious eyes surrounding him. I'll probably never see this kid again, so I decide to tease him by using one of my abilities. Making someone do the one thing they fear, or approach the thing that they're afraid of. I point my hand at him, and my vision briefly shifts as a faint ring of gold encircles my pupils. The boy panics as his body moves on its own, approaching the dog. He screams while he pets it, and the parents and the dog owner hurriedly separate them. I laugh as I see the boy cry and the dog bark. That was a wonderful stress reliever. I walk slowly by them to eat some of his fear. I can use this ability only once per person, though I usually avoid resorting to it, but today I needed that. Serio? Ando! Ja muszę go wyłączyć, nie? Koniec. Koniec z kulfonem! Pet. Nie. Settings. Pa, para, pa, 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 pa. Wiecie co? Po prostu tu wezmę i pyk. Co z oczu, to z serca. Ja pierdzielę. O, dobra. Bałam się, że nadal będziecie widzieć ten tekst, ale jak usunęłam na restreamie, to na podglądzie czatu też się zmieniło, więc tyle dobrze. Dobrze. Czekajcie, bo ja jestem w cholerę ciekawa. Moment. How long it's 49 minut. O! Reddit. r/Fear and Hunger. How long does the average run last for? r/Fear and Hunger. My playthrough was about 20 hours, but my successful run had a save file of 2 hours. Cudowności. Dobra, już wszystko wiem. Nie jest to jakieś długie. I jeszcze jedną rzecz mogę w sumie sprawdzić. Wybaczcie, jestem po prostu zbyt ciekawym człowiekiem, no. Ciekawskim. Ja nie jestem ciekawa. Znaczy się, jestem ciekawa rzeczy, ale to nie tak, że ja jako osoba... Nieważne. Nieważne. Wycisz kartę. I teraz tak. Fearbonding. Gdzie my jesteśmy teraz? O, w połowie! Dobra. Okej. To ma kilka zakończeń. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, witam. Robię szybki research na temat gry, którą ogrywamy. Ding. Nie. Czuję, że go zmarnowałam w sumie. 6. Nie, 5. Clever treasure, że nie check for me, don't leave me and disconnect. No, 5. Okej. A jak tobie dzień minął? No, dzisiaj notor w pracy, więc jestem sama. During the last few weeks, I was able to change Koski's mind about me. About me by making myself seem dedicated and accepting of his flaws. He's now open to my flirting, and we've even gone on a few dates. I wonder when I can finally reap my harvest. Today at work, we were called to a house outside the city center. An elderly woman fell and couldn't stand up on her own. Her neighbor was visiting.
Huh?
An elderly woman. Moment. Zobaczę tylko, jak to wygląda. Czy to się jakoś inaczej nazywa, prócz bad coma, bo w sumie wyskakuje mi bad dream coma. A w to tak, to grałam, ale to chyba nie o to chodzi. Że bad dream coma, tak? No to jest let's play u mnie na kanale. Jest Bad Dream Coma i to drugie. Powinno być dostępne w ogóle w osobnej playliście. Gdzie jestem zakopany, powinno być. Dawno żeśmy to ogrywali, no. Her neighbor przepraszam. Was visiting her and called us. Now we're transporting her to a hospital, suspecting that she might have slipped a disc. As I fill out the form, I notice her last name is same as Koski's. Arima. I take a closer look at her facial features. Her eyes do seem to be familiar with similar.
Just maybe.
I should just track her. Co jest ze mną? Ja już nie. Ale mi jest za przykro, że ja ją mam czytać. I should distract her from the pain with some questions anyway. How are you feeling, Miss Arima? No ja mam te gry całkiem mam już zakończone, więc jak wejdziesz sobie na kanał i w playlisty, to tam powinny być wszystkie odcinki, jeżeli chodzi o konkretną grę. Oh, it does hurt, but I can manage until you arrive, young man. We will do our best. You have a nice voice. Can you keep talking? It's quite calming. I can if that will help. When I heard your last name, I was actually reminded of someone I know. Is that so? I haven't met any others who carry the name Arima, apart from relatives. Maybe you are actually related. His name is Kosuke Arima. Her eyes widen and then she chuckles, which makes her wince in pain. I guess laughing isn't good right now. Maybe you meant my grandson then. What a small world. I was right. I can't believe it. I may actually be able to get better info on him. Fajne. Mi się ogólnie ta seria Bad Dream bardzo podobała. I szkoda, że są tylko dwie. Chyba przechodziłam ją z walkthrough, teraz nie pamiętam, bo to było dosyć dawno, ale wiem, że pomagałam sobie filmikami na YouTubie od innych, ale ogólnie mi się bardzo podobało. No ale tak jak mówię, to już było tak dawno, że w sumie ciężko mi zapamiętać. Mówię, pamiętajcie, ja mam pamięć muszki owocówki.
Jak ja nie pamiętam, co ja wczoraj robiłam. 4 lata temu. Boże.
Masakra. Tak dawno. Ale pamiętam, że mi się podobało. Fajne to było. No. He's a little taller than me, works as a psychologist and has a dog named Daisy. She smiles warmly at me. Could you tell me how he is lately? That boy hasn't called or visited much. He's doing well, Miss Arima. He cooks for he cooks for me sometimes, and it's wonderful to spend time with him. Sounds like you are good friends, actually. Brzmi pysznie. Ja po pracy, bo wczoraj był piątek, to ograłam moją aktualną obsesję i chyba poszłam spać. Na tym się skończyło. W sumie mi smaka. Teraz mam ochotę na szarlotkę. Ale podejrzewam, że po live pójdę do sklepu po jakieś snaki. To może coś jabłkowo-szarlotkowego sobie wezmę. Actually, could you do me a favor? I can try, madam. You see, when I talk to my son... Smacznej herbatki! I mean Kosuke's father, he doesn't mention Kosuke much. I'm worried that they might be drifting apart. Her gaze softens. I love having Kosuke and his siblings over. They're my cute grandchildren, after all. But I always felt like Kosuke was the clumsiest among them in communicating his needs. I can't always be there to be the bridge between them, so I'd feel much better if you could help him out to his parents. Every child needs their parents' support after all, even as an adult. I fake an understanding smile, but I have a hard time following her reasoning. I was born in the middle of a battlefield hundreds of years ago, only guided by instinct and an agonizing hunger. Her fear, my birth, was probably closer to being manifested in existence. So I've never fully understood the bond between human parents and their children. I do logically understand that they care for their offspring to ensure their lineage survives, but all the emotional bonding is hard to follow. She's still looking at me. I guess she wants me to reassure her. I will see what I can do. Thank you, young man. After a while, we arrive at a coconut nut at a hospital and safely transfer her to the hospital staff. Czekajcie, muszę się poprawić. Oto chrześcijański serwer. Let's see how Wdech, wydech, wdech, wydech. Nie pozwólmy, żeby w naszym alfabecie K zamieniło się miejscem z H. Kosuke responds to this news after I'm done with work for today. It's late when I get back home. Kosuke's probably asleep, but I message him anyway. Hey, I just got home and thought of you. Also, I met someone you know. I put the phone on the table and get myself an after-work beer. While I wait, the refreshing sound of the can opening and the phone rising as I pour it into a glass relaxes me. After a few sips, I get a message back. Hey, handsome, someone I know? It was an elderly lady living outside the center of the... Dzień dobry z powrotem! Of the city, with the same last name as you. She's probably your grandma. Her full name is Honoko Arima. Oh wow, that's her. How did you meet? A neighbor called... Jest mi przykro, że nie umiem czytać. A neighbor called my work. Your grandma fell and couldn't move well, so she got a checkup in the hospital. She was in a lot of pain, but could speak well, so I don't... I jaką wybrały? Jakie były wybory i jaką wybrałeś? O. Could speak well, so I don't think it's too serious. Wait, are you sure? This is a lot. She'll probably contact you or your parents soon. I told her I know someone with the same last name and we started talking. She's actually a little worried about you. That's just how she usually is. I want to ask him about his relationship with his parents. Nie, wydaje mi się, że ułożenie gwiazd prognozuje, że najlepszym wyborem byłyby owoce leśne. Przeminęliśmy Melisę, a mięta z jabłkiem jest przed nami, więc owoce leśne to jest odpowiednia herbatka na ten moment. How should I do this? Will he just change the subject? It's a bit of a risk, but since he likes dedicated people... Your grandma is worried that you and your parents aren't keeping in touch. Is everything alright? He doesn't reply as fast as before. I bite my nail as I hope that I haven't made a mistake in my approach. My parents are very matter of fact. Casual conversation aren't easy with them. That sounds complicated, I think. Act like a compassionate human, Hinata. Your grandma really wanted you guys to meet up again. If that's difficult for you, I don't mind accompanying you to meet your parents. I don't know. I'm always there for you, Koska, and I'm really serious about us, so if you need support, you can count on me. Ja rzadko piję herbatki. There. This should... A jak już piję herbatę, to musi być słodka, może owocowa. Czasem piję też bawarkę. Kawa musi być z cukrem i mlekiem. Inaczej jej nie przełknę. A tak to napoje gazowane i słodkie. Choć próbuję to zmienić. This should sound like a dedicated and loyal person, Koske once. You really are a blessing, Hinata. I need to think about this, but please know that this means a lot. I'm really happy we met. I make a little fist bump into the air, a perfect outcome. Satisfied, I soon fall asleep. Kosuke calls me to his apartment on my next day off to talk to me in person about his parents. I think of a few encouraging and comforting words and even have a small tissue pack ready. I think that's all I need for this. I can't help but let my eyes wander to where Miss Shiraishi sat when we first met, with a bloody towel pressed to her neck as I tasted the most delicious fear I've eaten in my life. Kosuke guides me to the couch, and when we sit down, I lean into him, pushing a strand of hair behind his ear as I hum, elated from the memory. Kosuke doesn't mind me touching him anymore. So I'm here and all ears. Kosuke sighs and leans his forehead against mine. I think it's the first time I'm opening about this, but you've always shown that you care about me, so I think it's fine if it's with you. He then takes my hand and nuzzles his cheeks into it. I'm the middle child of 3. My older brother graduated. Ble. Fuj, alkohol. Ja, jeżeli chodzi o jakiekolwiek picie, to nie może smakować jak alkohol. To wtedy mogę pić. Ale tak to nie jestem zainteresowana. Highly regarded University of Tokyo, while I graduated from Kyoto University. He was nie ten głos. He was always a step ahead. Well, I don't think I'm doing bad as a psychologist, so it always felt lacking to my parents. Even if they don't fully say it, I can feel it. My younger sister may not have graduated from University of Tokyo, but she has her charm, and she's ensnared our parents' hearts as a social butterfly. All in all, I guess I felt like I didn't have a guaranteed place there compared to them. I think they also just might be a little afraid of me. Tell me, Hinata, do I seem intimidating? He slowly pushes me down, looking at me with cold eyes that feel like an entrance to an endless abyss. His fear morphs into spiky arms and hands, complete with growing claws. Even though they can't physically touch me, they still try to dig into my arms. Basket, don't I always say that I'm here for you? What does that tell you? I smile at him, ecstatic from slowly eating his fear. I guess I'm not. At least towards you. He caresses my cheek as he Nie. Jeżeli chodzi... Bo to chodzi o... Batmana? Dobrze rozumiem? He caresses my cheek and as he smiles coldly. Could it be that you turned on? Do you like it when I push you down? Ha! To czekaj, to już sprawdzam. Już sprawdzam. A! Nie grałam. Ja grałam w zwykłe Arknights na telefonie, ale tego nowego nie. I wolę na razie nie wchodzić w żadne inne gry, bo na razie mam moją gierkę. O! A już masz ograne? W sumie coś? A to już 2 dni? As if... I usually like being in control, but his fear, it's too much. I grab his face and pull him down to kiss him, even biting his lip. He chuckles, letting go and sitting up. Let's stop this for now. I wanted to tell you about my parents after all. Ja na szczęście nie mam takiego problemu, bo gry, które ogrywam... No. Ale pamiętam, jak wcześniej było, to też nie dało się nic pograć, zanim miałam ulepszony tym bardziej jak nagrywałam. I sit up as well and rest my chin on my hand. I do think that I react a little differently to some things compared to others. Maybe my parents have a hard time understanding why I do certain things. People usually tell me a version of the story by leaving out details that seem too intimate to them or wouldn't be favorable to them. In Miss Shiraishi's case, it felt more like she was trying to avoid remembering the scariest moments. In Kosuke's case, either he truly doesn't understand what's too much for other people, or he doesn't want to scare me. But he did ask me if I find him intimidating. Isn't that a bit of a paradox? This is the first time I've tried so hard to understand a human. This is more difficult than I thought. Anyway, loyalty. That's what he... Oh, it's a test.
To było zajebiste. Zajebiste!
I rest my head on his lap and smile. I am me, Kosuke. I'm not your parents. I like being with you. His face crumbles and he looks away, embarrassed and sad. His face shrinks. I gently hold his hand. So you're ready to face them with me? He nods, pulls me up and hugs me tightly. I feel something wet on my shoulder. Is he crying? I pat his back and smile. I will gladly take over your heart, my little hunting dog. On our next day off, we visit his parents. They live in a house built in a Japanese style, complete with its own little garden. Outside they have a car and some bicycles, probably from when Kosuke and his siblings were younger and still lived at home. Miłego wieczoru, dziękuję. Trzymaj się, dobranoc. Welcome. Chyba będę po prostu czytała rodziców jak Hinata, w sensie zwykłym tonem, bo mi się... A bought some sweets as a polite gesture to his parents. I noticed they exchange nervous looks when Kosuke approaches them, but they soon act like they're happy to see him. They continue to act polite and welcoming, but the tension doesn't quite leave. Just when I thought we would sit together to eat the sweets with tea, Kosuke turns to me. I'm going to have a longer talk with my parents and catch up with them. You can wait in my old room. I lower my voice. I came all the way to your parents' home. There's no meaning if I leave you now. He gives me a genuine smile. It's alright, we just need to discuss some things. Therefore, I have no other choice. I follow him to his old room on the second floor. His room has wooden support beams on the walls and tatami mats on the floor. On them stands a single bed with a wooden frame on the left and a polished wooden study desk with high school math books in the right corner. Some open shelves stand near the door, with little gadgets like an old handheld game console resting on them. Next to them are old game cartridges and manga volumes neatly organized. Two sliding doors on one wall indicate a built-in closet. Maybe it's an old one in which you store a futon, or a newer one to hang clothes in. Sit whenever you like. You can even read some manga if you want. I have the old classic Dash Dunk. I'll be right back. Slam Dunk? What should I look at? Save. Save station! Plastic cage. Isn't this a cage for insect hunting? It's kind of hard to imagine Kosuke as an elementary school kid running around collecting beetles and such. I wonder what he liked about it. In the manga Dash Dunk Kosuke it's the manga Dash Dunk Kosuke mentioned. O, widzicie, w co gra Culver's. The high school basketball matches are masterfully drawn. I never went to... Tak, to będzie Slam Dunk. Went to high school as I've looked like an adult since I was born and never saw the need for it. I gained my knowledge over the centuries by reading books, learning on the job, and watching humanity progress. Thinking back, it's perplexing to see how they've come so far. I refocused on the manga volume. I guess Kosuke did a lot of stuff typical high school boys do as well. This manga was and still is popular. There's his high school uniform and some neat preppy looking clothes. He must have liked looking clean cut and neat even back then. What's this? When I look inside, it turns up. There's a small animal skull, slightly covered by a small piece of fabric, like it was put to bed. Next to it are colorful pens and tamagotchi and other small things a child or teenager would treasure. A to, co to jest? Aha. Small things. But they seem all over the place, as if they were from multiple children with various preferences. Wait, is this a cleanly ripped... Oh. Wiedziałam. Wait, is that a cleanly ripped off out fingernail? What are you doing there? Before I can turn around. I feel Koski's hand digging into my shoulder. It's rude to dig into something hidden inside someone's home, don't you think? Koske, why did you have to look at my old treasure? I thought you were the one. He's ready to tear me to pieces. If I don't say something convincing soon, I don't know what he'll do to me. But his hands are already on my neck. I desperately try to scream, but only a few words come out. No, don't worry. If I tell my parents you collapsed, they'll just let me leave with you. They're too scared to really ask. As more choking sounds escape me, I can barely register his sniffles and mumbles. Did you have to look in at her? My vision turns dark. In the end, I was the one who got devoured. Ending uncovered treasure. Nice. So, don't. Aha, to jest po prostu wait for Koske. Koske comes back to the room, looking defeated. He tries to smile at me. Let's go. My mom cooked dinner. Oh, I thought we would just be here for a quick snack and tea. They insisted us stay here longer, so she just started cooking without listening. Sorry about that. No, that's fine, don't worry. That's some fast cooking though. She probably didn't want me to run off, so she got some simple pasta. I follow him silently to the dining table, thanking his mother for the dinner and start to eat. Even now they all seem tense. Koske's father clears his throat. Yeah. So, are you colleagues from work? I pause, and before I can even answer, Koske jumps in. He's a medical professional I got to know. You met at a work conference then? Something like that. Wow, Koske lies without blinking an eye. Well, in all fairness, it isn't a complete lie, but his behavior makes his relationship with his parents even stranger. Zapomniałam, że Koske trochę inaczej mówi. Speaking of the medical field, are you still working as a psychologist? Yes. And you make money by listening to people? These are evidence-based treatments, Father. Yes, right. What do you do exactly, Mr. Kusumoto? I'm a paramedic. Oh, always at the scene. Our oldest son is a doctor in a hospital, so you get to hear how particularly stressful emergency cases can be. Koske, on the other hand, doesn't tell us much. It's confidential, you know that. You can be vague about your work, no? Koske is looking down at the table, clenching his fists and jaw. His mother speaks up. How about we talk about something other than work? How is Daisy, Koske? He immediately brightens up. She's great. Lively and loyal like the golden retriever she is. I'm surprised you're a... She's great. Lively and loyal like the golden retriever she is. I'm surprised you're able to take care of an animal now. We aren't there to clean up your messes anymore, you know. Koske's fear of abandonment appears. The arms are not only spiky but also visibly glitching. Today they seem almost afraid to reach out to it. While it makes for a fine snack, I need to concentrate and play my cards carefully to fully gain Koske's trust. I suspect Koske's relationship with his parents was bad, and I did come here to stand by Koske in his trust, but this is a lot to navigate. I can stand my dog being intimidated by this weird old guy, but I don't know what I'm supposed to say in such an argument between humans. What should I do? Let them talk. His father's gaze turns towards me. Wybrałabym o wspomnieniu babci normalnie, gdybym tylko że jestem ciekawa i podejrzewam, że gdybym pozwoliła im dalej mówić, to po prostu trafimy szybciej do zakończenia. Maybe it's my responsibility to tell you. You know, Kosuke always had a fascination with what other children his age treasured, but he would go too far no matter what we said. He would take enough. Kosuke shout pierces my ears. A few seconds pass before his mother ends the silence. Maybe today isn't a good day. I agree. Let's go. Kosuke rushes outside and I run after him. I soon catch him in the shadow of a tree. Kosuke, come on, look at me. He doesn't. He looks to the ground, refusing to meet my eye. I'm sorry, Kosuke. I thought I could do better. No, it's not your fault. I need some time at home to calm down. I reluctantly let him go. After weeks with no reply from Kosuke to my messages and calls, I see that it was a huge mistake. I even asked my colleagues how I should go about trying to meet someone who doesn't reply to my messages. They only told me that there's not much I can do. Shit! Fucking damn it! During one restless night, I wandered by Kosuke's apartment. Just where did I go wrong? Should I have been more accepting, more sympathetic? Is that the big difference between me and his ex? That she's a human who can actually understand his emotion better. I kick a pebble out of frustration and regret letting this golden opportunity go. Now my only company is the constant little hunger in my long life. Ending, disconnect. Tak myślałam, że to będzie prowadziło do zakończenia. Czyżbym zbyt dobrze troszeczkę rozumiała Kosuke? Możliwe! Excuse me, Mr. Arima. What is it? I met Kosuke's grandmother on one of my shifts. My team brought her safely to a hospital. So you were with her then. She only recently informed us of her fall. Is she alright? Really alright? Yes, well, it wasn't a bad case. She was still in pain. Even then, she was still worried about her grandson, Kosuke. Why is it that a more distant relative is more caring toward Kosuke than his own father? You've done nothing but criticize him so much. Kosuke looks at me with widened eyes. At first, in surprise, but then in thanks. Excuse me, but you don't know what we had to deal with raising him. We're his parents, so we have to guide him. I don't think he was out of line to do so. I guess Kosuke showed irregular behavior even when he was younger, but that's exactly what I want, so screw this guy. He's an adult, sir, taking care of himself with a respectable job as well. I don't know what else you expect from him. Ha! Do what you want, you will come to regret it. Let's go, Kosuke. Kosuke presses his lips together as he looks at me with admiration and gratitude. Once we're outside in an empty alleyway, he hugs me. Thank you, really. I sigh and hug him back, even patting him in reassurance. The only one who gets to talk shit about you, Kosuke, is me. Ever since meeting Kosuke's parents, we've been closer than ever. Kosuke fully trusts me now and showers me with affection. Dlaczego ty się jeszcze odzywasz? Cool phone. Please. I need to manage my mood much more because of it. It's become a norm for my current life to receive multiple calls and messages per day from him, and he regularly brings a flower bouquet and other gifts to our dates. I have no choice but to let his gifts and personal items accumulate in my apartment. It's already small, but he's taking up more and more space in there. Is it normal for human lovers, or is this already going too far even for them. He's invading. Whenever that thought crosses my mind, I get in a foul mood. I then look for an opportunity to make him jealous. I talk about imaginary people I spend time with, just so I can see and taste his fear of abandonment. In return, I get scratches and bite marks from him, born from his intense jealousy. It's such an annoying balance we have between us. When can I finally let him loose? Just how do I do this without losing his trust in me? I sign and prepare to go out. Today we have another date. I tightly walk with Koski around the shopping mall. He's as excited and happy as ever. On the first few dates he had a cute expression, but nowadays he looks unstable and overly euphoric. Look, Hinata, isn't that cat plushy like you? He points at the round plush inside the claw machine. Does he want to go into a cage? I guess. Now he's soaking. What does he want from me? I'm getting bored of this. Just then an intense wave of fear envelops me. My heart pounds as my whole body is electrified with need. I eagerly search for the source. Among the crowd, a man and a woman grab my attention. The man is terrified, his fear shaping into legs and arms, trying desperately to run away. Next to them is a middle-aged woman. The fear sends shivers down my spine as I taste her, but I shouldn't let her notice me. I found her once before when she was about to murder someone, and I sensed the fear of the victim. I barely escaped her notice back then too. What are you looking at? Koski's jealousy and fear makes me take a step back. You're not even concentrating on our date. Lately you seem more checked out too. What am I to you? And now on top of that, you dare to look at someone else? He grabs my arm tightly and whispers into my ear. You can't do this to me, Hinata. I need to hurry and calm him down. This is the angriest I've ever seen him. Pozwolimy temu. I was too late. Kosuke tightens his grip and pulls me into his car nearby. Soon we'll back at his place, I hope. This just ends with more bite marks. He pushes me down onto the sofa, kisses and bites my neck like an enraged beast. Then he looks more tenderly at me and he gently caresses my cheek. But just when I think he's calmed down, he pulls me into a room I've never been in before. I see a huge dog cage. A shiver runs down my spine as I try to flee, but he's already shoved me in there, chaining one of my wrists to the cage. Please, Kosuke, calm down. Isn't this chain an overkill? He gives me a terrifying smile, gentle but cold. I dreamed of this moment, Hinata. I thought to myself so many times I shouldn't do this. But there you are. There you go, being distracted and looking at other people. And your hand, you'll soon know why you did this. He leaves the room for a moment and then comes back with a sewing kit? What is that? He continues to smile and binds a towel around my head, basically gagging me with it. Then he takes out a sharp knife and starts to cut into the ring finger on my left hand. I scream from the searing pain as blood soaks our hands. After a while, Kosuke's finished with my torture. He's cut out a long strip of skin around my finger, as if to leave a trace of a ring on it. He carefully stops the bleeding, stitches up what he can, wipes away the blood, and disinfects it. I'll make a little ring out of it, so I can always carry it with me, even if I have to leave this apartment. You're forever mine, Hinata. Ending a ring for me. Nie, quit! Nie! Za bardzo się podekscytowałam, przepraszam. Przepraszam. Czy ja już mam 3 endingi? To ma achievementy? Nie ma. Kurde. Ale gdzieś to powinno mieć... Fearbonding endings. I teraz... Uncovered Treasure mamy. A Ring for Me mamy. Disconnect mamy. Czyli jeszcze Eternally Entangled albo Don't Leave Me. Cudownie. Baby boy. O, fuck! Nie zapisałam. Koska, look at me. I ignore who might stare at us and put my hands on his cheeks. Safe. I'm sorry that I made you insecure. I'm just not feeling well. But I still wanted to spend time with you. Maybe it would have been better if I had rested at home. He pouts and shakes his head slowly. So you forced yourself despite not feeling good? Yes, yeah, I did. I know how you feel when we can't see each other, but I didn't know it would affect you like this. Can you forgive me? I'm surprised at how convincing and empathetic I sound right now. Spending so much time with Kosuke must have forced me to learn one or two things about this relationship thing. I'm sorry too, I was just unsure if you still felt the same about me. This goddamn idiot. I'm letting you take up space in my apartment and spend so much time with you. You're an insatiable dog. Let's go and get something sweet, alright? He nods and follows. My struggles had better be worth it one day, Kosuke. The long-awaited jazz festival's tomorrow. These past few days my band and I have practiced intensely to nail the performance, and today we woke up early to do a sound check, get our profile pamphlet and get our last questions answered by the staff. I take a sip of water after we finish our sound check. My phone vibrates. It's Kosuke. Did everything go well? Do you still have some things to do? Sound check went well. Still have to do some things. We'll perform at 4 p.m. tomorrow, right next to this Route 237 cafe. I sent him a photo and an address. I know where that is. Makes it easy for me. Should I come a little earlier? Sure, we can hang out near a mate's car there. We'll be parking right behind the venue. Alright, rest well and don't worry. I know you'll blow their minds tomorrow. I grin with pride. It's actually great to have someone support me like this. Would I be able to do this for him though? Why does stuff like this come easy to him? Is it because he's a human? I try to push this confusion out of my mind and focus back on the preparation. Today is the day. After getting everything ready, we'll still have time before our performance. My band and I decide to go around drinking beer and watching other bands play. A lot of other people are performing They're not bad, but it's clearly just a hobby to them. They likely only found the time for it near or during their retirement. There was also a high school band and a band of university students. I have to give props to the university students. They were really good and full of energy. This might be their final performance before they all go looking for a job. Jobs? My eyes wandered to my bandmates. When will we be able to play? I scratched my head, checked my empty paper cup and walked back to our car. There I find Koskę. Żeby nie musieć milion razy się cofać. Hinata. He smiles at me, and before he can hug me, I stop him. Is he there, later in private, alright? I know he would hug me too tightly like usual if I let him. Not something I want to show the world here. I know. Are you ready? I know. Are you ready? I nod and put my arm around him like I would with a friend. Ready as ever. What are your fans like? Will they come today as well? We announced it on our Instagram. So yeah, are they more into your music or your look? Are they more into your music or your looks? Maybe a mix. I grin as I see a tiny blob of fear of abandonment surrounding him, this directing its arms at me. Jealous? He sighs. I know you like performing, but yeah. I lower my voice and whisper into his ear. Endure it well and I'll reward you later, alright? He looks at me with widened eyes, but he can't help but smile. It's gotten much easier after all our dates, and during his showers of affection, calls and texts are worth it. Now he listens to me well, and he doesn't really doubt me, but everyone else around me. As long as he shows me what he's doing to them, I gladly let him loose. Suddenly, I hear my bandmates calling. When I go to check my phone for the time, I notice it's not in my pocket. I groan and tap Koske's shoulder. Could you do me a favor? I left my phone in my car. It's parked a little further away, right by the summer place we went to before. Could you go get it after our first two songs? I need to take and post pics with it. After our performance, we played the two first songs the best anyway. He looks at me like a sad dog, but I want to miss the rest. Please, he sighs and agrees. I hand him my car keys and step in front of the mic. I tune my air guitar one last time, then I greet the audience and they clap and shout back. As our singer takes over, we get into the flow. Lose ourselves in the music and enjoy the attention. The sun shines and warms my body. Beer flows and the smell of grilled meat fills the air. I hear our fans squeal and take photos and videos. Koska just smiles at me. He must be filled with a complicated mix of emotions. He likes when I smile, but he doesn't like seeing me smile at other people. But I need you to look at the crowd, paying attention to me, Koska. Doesn't it rile you up? Don't you want to get rid of all these people? Then I noticed a weird smile in the crowd. I forced my eyes away from it. Now is not the time for a disgusted expression. Smile, Hinata. After the first two songs, Koska moves away. We play the rest of our songs and soon our time is over. We call our fans to a place beside the stage so the next band can prepare. Koska is still not back, so we use the phone of another bandmate. Even after we're done with our small fan meeting, I still don't see him around. That's odd. I let my bandmates know that I'm going to my car and head over. The huge crowd that gathered today for the festival slows my pace. Is this why Koska still isn't back? The closer I get to my car, the fewer people are around. I'm glad I chose to park here. Suddenly, a waft of delicious fear overtakes my senses. My heart races as I cover the deranged smile I can't stop making. Just where is this coming from? My car? I then reach my car. Whose feet am I looking at? Confused, I draw closer. I see Kosuke sitting on the back seat, and a man lying in front of him on his back, struggling against Kosuke's iron grip. Hinata? History. And then he's looking straight in my eyes. The intense fear was just the other man's at first, but now Kosuke's fear of abandonment grows inside, enveloping us all. I need to hurry and reassure him. I've never seen his fear get this big before. What should I do? Nothing. I was too slow. Kosuke has already pushed the face of the stranger into the back seats, putting his knee on his head to make him stay there. His free hands are now pulling me inside as he closes the door. No, you shouldn't have seen this. I should have erased him before you even had to look at this disgusting pig, but no, oh no. Accepting me like this is still impossible for you, isn't it, Hinata? He rambles on in fear and shock, all while tying me with the stranger up with cables from our equipment and spare clothes. Kosuke has someone gained in human strength. He's able to handle both me and the stranger. Is it because he's filled with adrenaline right now? Then I look at the stranger. I realize it's the same person who had this weird smile while I performed. What's he doing here in my car? Before I can think about it more, Kosuke blindfolds me with some clothes and puts me next to the driver's seat. I hear the stranger being choked until he finally falls silent. Then Kosuke comes to the driver's seat, turns on the car and drives out of the lot. Where are you bringing us, Kosuke? Somewhere. Don't worry. Please just explain. I'll understand. No, you're just afraid of me and will tell me anything to escape. You'll never be able to accept me. He starts to sob. I can hardly think straight while I'm so intoxicated with his fear. The few seconds I'm sober enough to feel my desire to live, I try to move, but that just makes Kosuke grip my leg. I get a warning. I slowly give up. With this kind of fear and how intoxicated I am with it, there's no way I am able to formulate a plan to get out of this. After a while the car stops. The stranger behind me is still unconscious or dead. I haven't heard a sound from him. Kosuke holds me out. I hear a river nearby. Kosuke, please think this over. No, it's late for that. But don't worry, I'll follow you soon. After I get rid of that pig who looked at you with those disgusting eyes and tried to break into your car. Maybe that's my stalker. If it really is, get rid of him well. Make him suffer. I will. You still don't believe I can accept you. I'm too afraid, Hinata. I don't know when you'll change and leave me as well. I can't bear it anymore. I can have you leaving me as well, but then I end you. You can't, right? I feel his hands on my neck as he starts to choke me. I'll follow you soon. In a blissful high of fear, I died today.
Whoa. Whoa. No limit. Stop. Skip. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
You must have stopped him. Kosuke looks at me totally confused. I push the stranger's leg into the car and close the door behind me.
Who is this guy?
Huh? Oh, I think he's some disgusting stalker or something. I saw him watching your performance and then caught him trying to break into your car. I acted like I thought he was a friend of one of your bandmates and offered to open the car for him and then... Great job, Kosuke. I feel so safe with you. His fear of abandonment shrinks. It's a little regrettable, but now I don't have to focus so much just to talk. Kosuke, you're gonna get rid of him, right? That's what you want to do, yeah? He nods. Then let's do this together. We just need to get rid of him somewhere with people around. The stranger makes a fuss when he hears that. Ah, shut up. What do you think would happen if you went after me, fucking delusional idiot? Hinata, can I choke him? Sure. While Kosuke puts the stalker through unimaginable pain and fear, I take the stalker's phone and look through it, opening with his fingerprint. Luckily, he's logged into all his apps. He liked all of our band's posts and sent many disgusting messages to my number from this device alone. How much more is on all his burner phones? Yep, he's a stalker, alright. Does it say that the stalker goes quiet? He's either dead or unconscious. His fear is also gone for now. Kosuke shakes his hands and sighs. Choking someone requires a surprisingly amount of strength. But are you really okay, Hinata? I give him a passionate kiss. This wonderful dog did it. He killed someone for me. I'll gladly reward him. Kosuke, this is exactly what I want. I need protection, and you're so dedicated to me that you go this far, right? I love it. I love it when you intimidate others, when you're jealous. I love it when you get rid of others. You love it? Yes, and isn't it romantic to commit a crime together? It binds us for eternity. We wouldn't want to snitch on each other after all. We can only go this far for each other. A nervous, twisted smile appears on Kosuke's face. Finally, someone who understands my love. Yes, this isn't too much. I'm fine. Finally, I found someone who won't leave. As tears flow down his cheeks, I hug him. What a wonderful, wonderful dog he is. I give my bandmates a heads up that I'm going home early, then shift to the driver's seat. Kosuke sits down next to me. We hold hands as I hug. I will watch you. And drive further and further outside the city. The number of cars driving past us dwindles until we finally find a good empty spot near a river. There the earth is moist enough to dig up with bare hands. Thankfully, I have some spare clothes in the car we can change into later. After making sure the stalker is dead and the phone is submerged in water for a while before I take it with me, we bury the body deep into the earth. Then we drive out further to smash the phone and throw it into the ocean. I don't know if we'll ever be discovered or not, but now it's up to nature and luck. No serduszka, Boże. I walk down the beach with Kosuke, hand in hand. Kosuke looks blissfully at me, and I return his affection. I finally captured you, my hunting dog. I look forward to a future. Eternally entangled.
Okej, mamy wszystko.
Jak zacznę... Aha, no nie, no to będzie leciało samo sobie. Ja wam w ogóle bardzo dziękuję za dzisiaj. Wiem, że live był z lekkim opóźnieniem, ale udało nam się ograć całkowicie kolejną grę, z czego ja jestem niesamowicie dumna. Ja się tak cieszę, że udaje nam się zakończyć te gry. I to jest tak samo jak ja uwielbiałam zbierać te osiągnięcia. To jest to samo. jak ja kończę grę całkowicie, to jest dla mnie taka satysfakcja, nie? Okej. Haha, hihi, włączę. Jutro postaram się zrobić live'a. Nie wiem dokładnie, która godzinka, bo nie chcę wam obiecać, a potem się okaże, że na przykład poszłam drzemę czy coś, albo jestem zajęta i nie jestem w stanie wejść o konkretnej godzinie, ale postaram się, żebyśmy jutro troszeczkę poczytali z Zero Wake Gates, co was tam ominęło, jak ja grałam. No i co? Ja wam bardzo dziękuję za dzisiaj. Życzę wam... Jezus Maria, przepraszam. Masakra. Życzę wam miłego ranka, popołudnia, wieczoru, smacznej kawusi. No i czego sobie życzycie, moi drodzy? Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało i do zobaczenia następnym razem na następnym live'ie bądź w kolejnym odcineczku. Pa, pa!